Hello, everybody. It's time for the Celtic Rain Radio Show. I have a puppy in the lap. So I'm here for the next 2 hours for sure because there's a dog in my lap who won't move, and he is extremely comfortable. Ludo is in my lap. Ugh. So, needless to say, I have Fluff right here. But it's going to be a really fun show. We have Square Hollow with us tonight. I'm very excited about that. Mark from Square Hollow. He is here in Indianapolis. So, hey, local boy. I'm just saying, it's good stuff. And we're going to listen to some amazing music. By the way, if you want to send me music, you can send it to celticrain777@gmail.com. It just needs to be from a small label or independent artist and needs to be family friendly, meaning please no cursing and don't make fun of people. Obviously, also, if it's coming from, it needs to come from the artist or the representative of the artist. So I understand I love this song. I want you to play it. Great. Then have them send me the song. That way I have permission to play it. I know it's one of those crazy permission things. Crazy. If you are not watching from YouTube, you need to go to youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky. You can subscribe and know exactly when to come on, because this is the place to be on a Tuesday night. I'm just saying. It was kind of cool. Oh, I'm so sorry. It was kind of cool. I went this past weekend, and I was at a dinner for the Scottish Society of Indianapolis, and one of the ladies goes, "I watch you on Tuesdays," and I was like, "That's wonderful." Needless to say, if you need a little dose of me every week, I can come right into your house. It's amazing. YouTube, the internet, the intronet. It's like Target. It's really Target. It's the intronet. Thank you. Needless to say, we are going to listen to some amazing music tonight. First, we have Songs from the Wood by El Troubadour. And they're a local band as well. And then we have It's a Brand New Day by me. I actually wrote that during seminary, sitting at the piano in the chapel in seminary. It was a really interesting little ditty. And then we have Yodar Radar Mix by Rob Dixon. Some great jazz. Rob's also a local boy. I got a lot of local boys, local people on my show. Makes me happy inside. As you know, we do play all genres of music here on the Celtic Rain Radio Show. It is one of those beautiful things that we do. And I love it because, frankly, it gives us a chance to really hear all of the amazing musicians that are out there, no matter what genre we play. That's what I love about it. But you guys ready for some El Troubadour? Here we go.
Let me bring you songs from the wood to make you feel much better than you could know. Show you how life goes, dusty down from tip to toe. Hold you steady as you go. Join the chorus if you can. It'll make of you an honest man. Let me bring you love from the field.
wrote this in seminary. I was sitting in the chapel and it just started coming out. So here you go. It's a new day, it's a new time, there's a new way, gonna live my life. Oh, the old has passed away, and the new has come. Thank God it's a brand new day. It's a new day. It's a new time, it's a new way, gonna live my life. Oh, the old has passed away, and the new has come. Thank God it's a brand new day. Looking back on yesterday, there are things that I regret, but I put my past behind me, and I never will forget. You have covered my mistakes and my broken dreams. Over the horizon, there's a dawning, 'cause it's a new day, it's a new time. There's a new way, gonna live my life. Oh, the old has passed away, and the new has come. Thank God it's a brand new day. Looking back on yesterday, there are things that I regret, but I put my past behind me, and I never will forget. You have covered my mistakes and my broken dreams. Over the horizon, there's a dawning, 'cause it's a new day, it's a new time, there's a new way, gonna live my life. Oh, the old has passed away, and the new has come. Thank God it's a brand new day. And I realize the sun is rising, and I feel the sun rising.
Rob, he's such a talented guy. He's just a really, really awesome, talented guy. But we have another very talented guy here with us today. Really excited. I have been getting to know Mark from Square Hollow a little bit here and there, and in the goth scene around Indy, and I am extremely excited to bring him on. Hello, my dear. How are you?
Hello. How are you? I'm not alone, obviously.
You have a cheering section in the back. That's beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
Yay, cheering sections. Well, I have a dog in my lap, and you have a cheering section.
Yeah, I would bring the cat in, but he's just had his meal, so he wants nothing to do with me.
Well, it is. Cats are that way. Feed me, love me when I want it, and you're good to go.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
No.
exactly how he is.
Exactly. Oh, welcome to Cats.
He's affectionate on his own time.
On his own time, exactly. So you are all. You have several groups. You have Square Hollow, and then you both have you also have the goth scene stuff that's happening with Dead Souls Goth Lounge, correct?
Yeah, I'm a DJ and co-founder of Dead Souls Gothic Lounge along with my partner.
Nice.
We run a monthly goth night in Indianapolis. It's at the Healer venue, and we just had an amazing weekend.
I was there. It was wonderful. It was really, really awesome. And I love Healer. Tell us a little bit more about Healer. It's one of those interesting places in Indy that if you don't know about it, you should. You should know about it.
The best I can describe it is like Alice in Wonderland just come to life once you step into those doors. Yeah, it's okay. It's technically like an art gallery, but it's like an interactive art gallery.
Yeah, it's really amazing. They have all these different rooms, and you get to go in and experience this art that is just so. I love taking pictures with it because it's also tactile, and
Right.
you just get to feel things. I love that about it. I love that you get to interact with the art,
Yeah,
and
it's very immersive, just the whole
very
experience.
Another thing I really love about it as well is that it's all ages.
Yeah,
And
it's an
so I
all-age
love that.
venue.
Yeah.
But it started out as just like an office space with cubicles, and a group of artists came in and just decked out the place, just turned the cubicles into their own little exhibits. I kind of
love
think of it as like, when you're kids and you want to build a fort over just like chairs and pillows and put a bunch of cool stuff inside the fort. It kind of reminded me of that.
Definitely.
Looking at the exhibits, because they're just so cool, and they're so self-contained in their own little way, but at the same time it's fully immersive.
What I also love that you guys have done is you've brought in not only artists that play music and DJs that play music, but you guys have vendors as well in there selling beautiful. I actually got this necklace there.
Yes.
I was like, yay. And it you have vendors, and you have there's these couches that if you sit on them, you feel like you're sitting on the floor. I literally sat down in that what was it, Saturday
Oh,
and
yeah.
thought, I'm never getting up. Like, there's no way I can get up from
Yeah,
here.
I love those couches. They're just like it's like falling into it's like getting a big hug, just like
It is.
getting hugged by the couch whenever you sit down.
Cracks me up. So you DJ, and what else do you do musically?
Well, there's obviously my main project right now is Square Hollow. I mean, I've done other little experiments throughout the years, but mostly it's just I've released a little bit, but not a lot. Square Hollow is the most that I've ever released publicly,
Nice.
and the rest is just sitting on a hard drive somewhere.
Just
But,
waiting.
yeah, just waiting.
I have several pieces like that where I've written all this music, and I'm like, yeah, it's just waiting for me to actually like record it and make it better than it was. And then there are other pieces I'm like, this is never seeing light of day. It was for me to learn, and I never ever will show this to anyone except for my head, because that never needs to, you know, and life is like that. Music is like that. It is a process for sure. For sure.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to tell. Like I was thinking about it recently, and this has kind of helped me become more open to releasing more stuff. Like we have our own idea of what's good and what's bad, what's good music, what's bad music, but it's like the more I think about it, the more it's just entirely subjective. Like there's music that I've released that I was just like, oh, this sucks, this is terrible. And then like another person will tell me, this is amazing, this is awesome. So it's just like, who am I to say, what's good and what's bad?
Right.
Because,
Absolutely.
what may sound horrible to me, another person might love.
Yes. Well, that's why we have yard sales, because our trash is someone else's treasure.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. So how did you start in music? What was your beginning of your music?
Um, well, I mean, I've always like sung ever since I was like 3. Like I've never considered myself like a good singer or anything, but like I've always gravitated toward music and singing. And
Right.
like I just like when I was a kid, all the way up through preschool and elementary school, I was always in the choir, and I was in the choir in middle school. And when I got to high school, I was in my high school choir and did musicals there. And when I was in college, there were a few years there where I didn't do any singing, but then I just started discovering, how to use, your computer and everything to start making music. And, once I had those tools available, it was just, a hobby that just I guess immersed myself in more and more throughout the years until I was finally, brave enough to start releasing some stuff.
Nice. So what do you think your favorite musical was that you did?
Um, well, I would say Fiddler on the Roof was my favorite.
That's a
Um,
fun one. What did you play?
I was one of the quartet members.
Okay.
That had a quartet in it, didn't it? Or was that
Oh
a
yeah,
different?
there's tons of
I think
people.
every musical I've ever been in has had a quartet. Yeah,
Nice.
might actually be the Music Man that I was in the quartet.
Okay, that would make sense with a
Yes,
quartet.
that makes more
Yes, that
sense.
makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, because I've done fiddler. Fiddler is fun. And it's got a lot of great music. In fact, it's hilarious. When I was in music school at Anderson University in South Carolina. Sorry, dog. Lay down. He's like, I want to sit on your lap. I'm like, all right, well, you have to be good. You have to be good. He's my co-host today. This is
Oh,
Ludo, everybody. Say hi, Ludo. He's gonna lick me.
I
Thank
think he
you.
just wants to look
Anyway,
at you.
I know he just wants love. Love me forever. But so we actually sang, they picked a bunch of us to sing for this like fundraiser thing. These people trying to give money to the college, that kind of thing. And
Mhm.
we're like, what should we sing? And I was like, good Lord. I said, we need to sing If I Were a Rich Man, because I think that would be freaking hilarious if we sang If I Were a Rich Man and then ask these people for money.
That's a perfect segue.
I know. I thought so too. We all actually thought so, and we did it, and they thought it was hilarious, and people did give money, so that's always nice. But
Yeah.
I think the most favorite I ever loved. I did a ton of musicals, but the my favorite was Pirates of Penzance. That was so much fun. And I got to be Edith, and she's kind of the risque sister because she, number one, she's one of the sisters that actually has a name, but she shows her ankles and touches the water with her bare feet, and
Ooh. Scandal.
Ooh, such a scandal. I know. I know. I loved it. It was so much fun though. That was a great one. Yeah, musicals to me are kind of the gateway music drug
Right, right.
for like most musicians that are like performing performances like, yes, I've done musicals. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did musicals and I did theater, so,
Oh,
I was a drama kid too in high school.
there you go.
I was all
Exactly.
about it.
Exactly. It's the gateway music drug. Musical.
Exactly.
Exactly. And they're always like, "Oh, you can sing? Oh, and you're a guy." So it's like, "You can sing? Yeah, you're definitely going to be in this musical. And we need guys. So guess what? You've got to lead because we only
Right.
ever get guys." Yeah. So there you go. So you go on and you've got this, now you're into this computer music and you're trying to figure it out and trying to, write your own accompaniment and all of your stuff. And then you're now in this new project. And so how long have you been working on this project?
Uh, well, a very long time. I think the EP I'm working on right now is like maybe about 7 tracks. I've been working on it probably for the past few months. But before that, I was just releasing, a track here and there, just, singles. Um, but now I'm really buckling down and trying to release an EP. And
Nice.
yeah, I've got everything written, and I'm just in that, mixing, mastering, putting on the final touches
Yeah.
process that I'm doing all myself and just
Yeah.
kind of figuring it out along the way.
I think that's the hard part, is being like, okay, I've written all these songs. Now what do I do with them? Right. Yeah. And I understand, we're right about that. We're right about there too. But I can say that it's a beautiful thing when you have friends. We have a lot of friends that are have recording studios or do things, and we're always like, hey, so can you show me how to do this? And I think that has helped us a lot in just being able to put things out. That and not and doing the best of our ability and not caring if it's perfect.
Right, right. And I
That's
think
the
that's the
hard part.
reason why I've been releasing more stuff lately too, is because I've had the support and I've had the help of, not just my partner Natalie, but just, other people that we've met along the way who know
Yeah.
about music and who can help me out. And I did a collaboration with a band called Horror House, and
Nice.
yeah, our track together got like, I think, several thousand views on YouTube, and
That's
was
wonderful.
it was featured on Mick Mercer's podcast. Mick Mercer is like a huge like writer, music critic in the goth scene. Like
That's
anybody
wonderful.
who follows like goth music pretty closely knows who Mick Mercer is.
Nice.
So, we got a shout out by him, which was really awesome and just so cool to think about.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So we are going to actually listen to one of your songs. Nebulous is the first one we're going to listen to. Tell us about this song.
Nebulous is about addiction. I decided to like write it from the perspective of an addict, and just how he would see the world and how he would relate to other people. Um,
Nice.
kind of fighting these two sides, like the self and the addict, like two sides pulling at one another. Like, you want to be yourself, you want to, care for other people, but you've got this addiction just eating away at you. And it's and I think we've all suffered addictions. People, when you say addiction, people immediately think like drugs, but like there are so many addictions that we maybe just don't discuss, or we don't talk about, because they're not as maybe not as debilitating as certain vices.
Absolutely.
Like I will freely admit to being a sugar addict. I love donuts. I love,
That's the biggest addiction of
terrible.
this world right now is sugar.
Yeah, yeah. And
Oh yeah.
I was watching this documentary that was talking about how it has like the same addictive properties as like hard drugs.
As cocaine.
I was
It's
like,
worse than cocaine.
yeah, worse than cocaine. And we are all hooked on it.
It's
So,
it's crazy. And then we think about for a second these things right here.
exactly.
What
Yeah.
is the first thing you look at when you wake up in the morning? And probably the last thing you look at before you go to bed.
Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing to me, the addictions. Yep.
Mhm.
And we don't even think about it. We just think about, oh yeah, well, I'm not on drugs. Like, but you got your
Yeah.
stuff. You got your
Depends
stuff.
on what you define as a drug, I guess.
What gives me my dopamine for the day? Exactly.
Yeah, I was reading there's a book called Dopamine Nation.
Oh
Which
wow.
talks about dopamine addiction and how we get these dopamine spikes through social media and things like sugar, and how it you get this temporary high, but then you go back down, and it's very hard to just maintain just kind of a steady sense of well-being.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to play that song. And for everybody who's used to people singing along with their own songs or playing along with their own songs, he's going to be giving comments while about the song and what he remembers about it and the things that he feels when he hears certain parts. So be looking through the comments. I will put them up on the screen as well. You guys comment about the song while you're hearing it as well. It's a good time to kind of have a back and forth beautiful conversation, and we can actually talk about some of those things when you come back on for your second interview too, which will be beautiful. But I'm going to let you go for like 2 minutes, and then I'll bring you right back on and we'll have a lot of fun. Okay, sounds great. Well, you guys, we are actually going to be listening to Nebulous by Square Hollow, and that's Mr. Mark. And then we have Laughing Brook by Bradford Ray Bailey. And then we have Why Should I Cry by the Selkie Girls from Long Time Traveling. Some absolutely amazing music. This show tonight is full of ridiculously great music, and it's all right for you guys. You ready? Here we go.
Why do you have to be so nebulous, nebulous? You always disappear in such a rush, such a rush. Left to myself to beg to someone else, feed my addiction. Left to myself, I'm searching for the help. Can you see this addiction? It's really quite pathetic. Lie to myself, say it's not me. It's really quite pathetic. Just a shell of what I should be. Float in the sky, crash to my world. Float in the sky, never let me fall. Why do you have to be so nebulous, nebulous? of us. Left up to chance, I'm low on my defense. Fuel my addiction. Left up to chance, I'd kill you with a glance. Can you see this addiction? It's really quite pathetic. Lie to myself, say it's not me. It's really quite pathetic. Just a shell of what I should be. Float in the sky, crash to my world. Float in the sky, never let me fall. Float in the sky, crash to my world. Float in the sky, never let me fall. Why do you have to be so nebulous, nebulous? Why do you have to be so nebulous, nebulous? Nebulous. Nebulous.
the skies are full. North, northwest, the stones of Pharaoh. Under the Arctic fire, over the seas of silence, hauling on frozen roads, for all my days remaining, would north be true? All colors bleed to red, asleep on the ocean's bed, drifting in empty seas, for all my days remaining. Oh, would north be true? Why should I cry for you? Dark angels follow me over a godless sea, mountains of endless falling, for all my days remaining. Oh, what would be true? Oh, sometimes I see your face. The stars seem to lose their place. Why must I think of you? Why must I? Why should I? Why should I cry for you? Why would you want me to? What would it mean to say that I loved you in my fashion? Oh, what would be true? Why should I? Why should I cry for you?
Gotta love some Selkie girls. I mean, it is just what it is, right? they're just so good. It was so fun having them on the show. Yeah, just some great stuff. Well, you guys, we have a little bit more music for you coming up. If you have music to send me, you got to send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. All you have to do is be a small label or independent artist. And please, family friendly, meaning no cursing. Don't make fun of people. It's literally just that easy, people. It's about living life the right way. You know, the right way. Those things that happen where we love each other, those crazy ways. But you guys, we are going to hear some more beautiful music. We have Vascanzonet by Darwin Prophet, who, by the way, is going to be with us at Starbase Indy the weekend after Thanksgiving. So if you have been listening to her music forever and want to come see her, Starbase Indy right here in Indianapolis the weekend after Thanksgiving. She's going to be there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's going to be beautiful. And then Piesu, which I did not write, but I am singing it with my husband. I wish I could take credit for writing that song, but alas, I did not. And then we have Whiskey, You're the Devil, which I do sing, but that's not us singing it. It's Slugger's Rule singing it. So some really, really fun music coming up right now, right here on the Celtic Rain Radio Show. Here we go.
Silver and steel sinks the
Oh, whiskey, you're the devil. You're leading me astray over hills and mountains and to Mary Kay. You're sweeter, stronger, decenter. You're spunkier than tay. Oh, but whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober. Now, brave boys, let's run for March and not to Portugal or Spain. The drums are beating, banners flying, the devil of home will find tonight. Love, fare thee well. With me to the other doodle-umada, me to the other doodle-umada. Me right up to the laddie, oh, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, whiskey, you're the devil, you're leading me astray over hills and mountains and to America. You're sweeter, stronger, decenter, you're spunkier than tay. Oh, whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober. Oh, the French are fighting boldly, men are dying hard and coldly. Give every man his flask of powder, skylock on his shoulder, and love fare thee well. With me to the other doodle-umada, me to the other doodle-umada. Me right up to the laddie, oh, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, whiskey, you're the devil, you're leading me astray over hills and mountains and to America. You're sweeter, stronger, decenter, you're spunkier than tay. Oh, whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober. Says the mother, do not wrong me, don't take me daughter from me. But if you do, I shall torment you, and after death me ghost will haunt you. Love, fare thee well. With me to the other doodle-umada, me to the other doodle-umada. Me right up to the laddie, oh, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, whiskey, you're the devil, you're leading me astray over hills and mountains and to America. You're sweeter, stronger, decenter, you're spunkier than tay. Oh, whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober. Oh, whiskey, you're the devil, you're leading me astray over hills and mountains and to America. You're sweeter, stronger, decenter, you're spunkier than tay. Oh, but whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober.
Well, leave it up to Irish and Scottish people to write a song about whiskey because, it is what it is. It's a fun song to sing to be honest. It's like, it's one of those tunes that every Scottish band should learn because if not, then someone's going to ask for it and they're going to be drunk and be like, why don't you know this song? And then they're going to, do stupid drunk things that happen all the time. I have a list of things that drunk people have done to us while we were performing, and it's crazy hilarious. There was one lady who tried to play our piper's pipes while he was playing the pipes. That was fun. Let's see. Where's another? Oh, I love the people that try to have a conversation with you while you're performing. Those people crack me up every freaking time. And there was one time where they were so loud that I was like, screw it, we're done. Like, these people can't even hear us. Like, what does it matter? I'm just saying. So yeah, needless to say, but we can hear our beautiful person of the evening, the man of the night, Mr. Mark with Square Hollow. How are you, my dear?
I'm good.
Have you had any?
I wish I had a drink now. I'm just the song. I have to write another song about addiction.
There you go. Yeah, you just need to go to Scotland where it doesn't matter because everybody.
I would love to take the trip.
It's amazing to me. So have you do you have funny stories of people trying to at performances?
None that I've been a part of, but I have talked to bands after the show who have been upset that, some drunk people, have made their shows a little more interesting. Like I've
I
seen instances of a guy jumping up on stage and wrecking somebody's drum set.
oh, that's always
And
fun.
just I don't know.
You go, dude. Yeah, get together, man. No, this one lady. Oh, I love the woo woo girls, the ones that are always like, woo!
Oh
No
yeah,
matter what, they go, woo! And you're just like, dude, I just sang a whole song about death. And you're like,
yeah.
woo! And you're like,
And I
great.
spent 6 years at the university. I came across plenty of woo girls.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing you have to do when you're on a college campus.
Yes. Those are the people who actually ask for Freebird.
Oh yeah, that happened to me many, many times. I was a college DJ. That's where I got my start, like doing like goth music radio show, and
Nice.
I would get requests for Freebird and for Pantera almost every week.
Yeah. My funniest Freebird story. When people ask for Freebird, I'm always like $1,000 in the tip jar and I'll play it.
Right.
That's the price right there, $1,000 in the tip jar. And but I had me and one of my pipers were standing on the side of the road playing because we were playing for a bike rally thing that people were doing a bike race, and on bicycles. Okay. And this guy on a bicycle rides by and goes, Freebird. And I'm like, dude, like,
I just,
concentrate.
if it was a motorcycle, maybe, but
It was a
just riding a
bicycle. And I thought,
Freebird.
that was the first. That's the first, screamed by somebody on a bicycle to play Freebird. I was like, dude, no, keep going. You need to just keep riding, baby. Keep riding.
Yeah, I mean,
Cracks me up every time.
ask any of my colleagues from the college station. I mean, this was a while back, but even back then, everybody was just play some Freebird. Of course, I was in a small town in Kentucky, so
that makes total sense then.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which cracks me up is that I don't know if half of them have actually ever listened to it.
Possibly.
It's only like the longest song in the world. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But needless to say, so on another note, not a Freebird note. So obviously you're just working on your music. So what do you do other than music?
Well, my paying jobs, I work at a television station.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just kind of behind the scenes. Nothing exciting. I was, every time I tell people I work at a TV station, they immediately assume that I'm a news anchor. Like, no, I've always worked behind the camera, not in front of it.
Oh no, that's beautiful. So is that what you do? Are you behind the camera then, or are you just
I
kind of
used to
running around?
be like in the control room, but now I'm just in the office doing office type work. So it's not nearly as exciting as it sounds. But a couple days ago, my Uber driver got all excited when I told her where I worked, and she started talking about politics and like wanting me to put stories on the news, and I'm like, I'm not a person who does that. I don't
have that power.
Can't just put stuff on the news,
Oh my gosh.
Channels.
Wow, that's some that's special. She's
Oh
yeah, there's some that it takes all kinds. That's what I always say. It takes all kinds.
Oh
all
yes.
kinds.
Absolutely.
But it's fun to be at least in the industry, to be like, okay, this is still within the industry of recording and
Right.
still gets your juices flowing every once in a while, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like I've always been involved in broadcasting in some sort of way, like whether it was theater or musicals or singing, or DJing, or just doing Square Hollow, stuff like that. It's all different forms of broadcasting.
Absolutely.
And it's so strange because I'm such an introverted person, yet I always find, like, I did speech team in high school. along with the theater and the musicals and everything. So I don't know how that happens, but I've always just found myself involved in some form of broadcasting.
I know a lot of performers who are introverts. Whereas when they're on, they're
Mhm.
on. And it's their
Right.
character and they play a character. And when they're not on, they're not on. Like
Right.
they go in their little hole and they shut themselves in and they don't talk and they are just who they are. Samuel, he's kind of on the verge, you know.
Mhm.
But I had to learn when we got married 20 years ago. I'm an extrovert. I like need to talk to people. And I would be like, why isn't he talking to me? He must hate me. He doesn't love me. But I had to learn really, really quick that if I love him, I will give him time alone
Mhm.
so that eventually he can come out of his hole and love me. Like, I had to learn this so that I could, love my husband enough to be able to be like, okay, you be you. It's okay. You're allowed because there's power in being introverted. Actually, there really
Yeah,
is.
and I know, like, being, like, artistically inclined, a lot of times that's kinda hand in hand with introversion for a lot of people,
It is. Yeah,
you know, has
definitely.
its perks, I guess.
The perks of introversion. So you've been writing music. What is your and you've been doing little here and there. Now you said you're really really getting in there and being serious about it. What is your process for writing your music?
Um, it usually starts with just finding one element and then just building off of it, and building off of it is like building a house.
Yeah.
What is sometimes it's just like a little hook, like a little melody, just tiny little thing uh, on an instrument, or sometimes it's a word or a phrase. Like that song Nebulous, I literally just started with the word nebulous and then
Mm.
added a phrase to it. Why you have to be so nebulous, nebulous, and just kept adding on and built, lyrics around that and melodies around that. So eventually it just kind of becomes its own little monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got your words and your melody, and when you sit down with the computer, what is that process like there when you start putting that to it, that
Um,
element?
it's actually, I mean, I've been producing it for a lot of years. So, I mean, I think it's really easy and it's much more accessible now than it was years ago, just the process.
Absolutely.
It's a lot.
Do you use sampling? Do you use some sampling?
Um,
Or do you make up your own
I
stuff?
make up my own.
Nice.
I mean, I have used some samples before. I've thrown in different sound effects, and I've used like different kinds of synthesizers. I've used virtual synthesizers. I've used hardware synthesizers. So
Nice.
it's just, whatever works.
I know.
I'm open to any kind of production technique or process. Just
We found this hilarious thing at a yard sale. It was hilarious to watch. But it's this purple thing, and I can't even remember the name of it. It's sitting in there. And but it goes on your microphone, and you plug your microphone in, and then you plug the thing into the whatever system you're using.
mhm.
And it was just preset on this weird thing that took my voice down like, I don't know, 3 octaves and a half. And so I just spoke into it and I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I literally sounded like Cairo Lynn. It was hilarious. And so we're at
You
practice.
can use that for a song.
Yeah, I know, right? So we're sitting at practice for Celtic Rain on Sunday, and we're like practicing with the band, and I start singing into it, and just for the heck of it, just for having fun, and I swear that my Piper probably almost peed his pants. He goes, like, and I was like, I just thought it was funny because I was just talking in it, and he's like, so I had just sang this really lyrical, real pretty part of the song, and he goes, sing that in there, sing it in there. It was so funniest thing I have ever heard in my life. And I was trying to do it low, like quietly, and just let it go through the microphone so that all you'd hear was that hilarious, extremely off tune because it wasn't in key. Somehow it like took it out of key. It was weird. And I was just like, and everybody was dying laughing. So I've got to use it somehow. Like this thing is probably from the 80s. It's hilarious, but it morphs your voice in funny ways. So I have to, I'm trying to figure out how to use that thing so that I sound like, the voice of God through Cairo Lynn.
Yeah, I mean, you could use it just for, little parts, even if it's just lower in the mix, just, little fillers, here and there.
Freaking hilarious. Is hilarious. So, those kind of fun things. Well, we are actually, so Natalie goes, introvert power. Dun, dun, dun. There should be there should be a shirt that says introvert power. And then you can like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or whatever it is. Introvert power. That'd be so funny. But we actually are going to listen to another one of your songs called Sacrifice. Tell me about this song.
This wasn't really written about any person. It was more just like about the process of sacrificing and bending over backwards, maybe for an idea or, something you were promised and, giving it everything you have and finding out there's nothing that, they didn't hold up their end of the bargain. So it was just like that frustration where, I guess one example would be, especially something, in my generation, we all have student loan debts. And, you kind of get told ever since you're young, if you go to college, you're going to have that nice cushy job waiting for you on the other side. And, at least that's what they told me. And, all I got was student loan debt. And that's something that, a lot of people in my generation have to deal with. And it is very frustrating, to spend all that work and just, get met with something like that. So, it's a fun little song about just having nothing.
It's a fun little song about having nothing and the pain of nothing.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to bring you back on to play your wonderful song about the pain of nothing, and then we get a little more chair dancing happening. Yay! And maybe the kitty cat will come back around.
He was right here earlier.
Oh, there! I know. Well, there was lots of people like kitty, and so they really they enjoy the animals. It is what it is. They enjoy the animals more than they probably enjoy us because animals are always enjoyed more than people. But it is what it is. But we'll bring you right back, my dear.
All right.
All right, guys. So we are going to listen to Sacrifice by Square Hollow. And then we have the final battle music by Greenlee. And then My Irish Molly by Laughing Jack. So we've got a lot of beautiful, beautiful music coming your way. Even if it is about sacrifice, it's still beautiful. Here we go.
What have I done wrong? I thought I should have won. Left with nothing else, ignoring my own health. My face falls to the floor. I can't take this anymore. Wish I could run away, so desperately shamed. I sacrifice, I sacrifice, I sacrifice for you. I sacrifice, I sacrifice, I sacrifice for you. Thief, clenching in my teeth, balling up my fists. I never wanted this. My face falls in my hands. I'll never understand. I get what I deserve. It's leaving me unnerved. I sacrifice, I sacrifice, I sacrifice for you. 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 There's nothing left to give. There's nothing left to give. There's nothing left to give. For as long as I live, I sacrifice. I sacrifice. I sacrifice. I sacrifice. I sacrifice.
Molly dear, now did you hear the news that's going round? Down in a corner of my heart, a love is what you found. And every time I look into your Irish eyes of blue, they seem to whisper, darling boy, my heart belongs to you. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Acushla dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you are near. Springtime, you know, is ring time. Come, dear, now don't be slow. Change your name, get out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh. Molly dear, now did you hear I furnished up a flat? 3 little cozy rooms with bath and welcome on the mat. It's £5 down and 2 a week, we'll soon be out of debt. It's all complete except they haven't brought the cradle yet. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Acushla dear, I'm barely off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you are near. Springtime, you know, is ring time. Come, dear, now don't be slow. Change your name, get out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh. Molly dear, now did you hear what all the neighbors say about the 100 sovereigns you have safely stored away? They say that's why I love you. Oh, now Molly, that's a shame. If you had only 99, I'd love you just the same. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Acushla dear, I'm barely off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you are near. Springtime, you know, is ring time. Come, dear, now don't be slow. Change your name, get out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh.
I love Lacagnac. They're just such great people. And every single one of them we have played with somehow, because that's actually how Celtic bands work here in Indianapolis. If you're in a Celtic band in Indianapolis, you've played with all of us somehow, because somebody has to do something and they need other people, or we're at gigs that are the same gigs at the same time, and literally it's the best. I'm just saying, if you want to have like the best music family in the world, come and be in some kind of Celtic band in Indianapolis. It just is. It's like a beautiful mesh of instrumentally beautiful people, and those two beautiful faces right there are two of the most wonderful musicians, biggest hearts you've ever seen in Indianapolis. Just got to say that. I know I'm giving a little love to my Laughing Jack family, but they're just so sweet. But guess what? Well, we have Mark back. That's what I can say. Hey. So,
Hi.
are you having fun, my dear?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Good.
I have
Yeah.
to make a little note though. The band camp is just Square Hollow.
Ooh, let's change that right
Yes.
now. Okay, so yes, and it's just Square Hollow, and I'm not sure why I had the other. But there you go. So you guys, if you do not know, he actually does have a band camp. Go check him out at www.bandcamp.com/Square Hollow. SQUAREHOLLOW. Nothing else on the end.
Yes.
Because obviously when I copied and pasted, something crazy happened, and that's all that matters. And that's fine. But gotta love copying and pasting and thinking that everything's great. I have dyslexia, so sometimes I don't notice things, and I like rely on others a lot. It's hilarious. So I give everyone permission to gently, sweetly tell me when something is wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one out there. Gently and sweetly. Don't be an ass. It's just not nice. I've had those people in my life too. Did you know this? Well, actually, I didn't because I'm dyslexic. So thank you for telling me. But next time, you might want to watch the way you say.
I have typos all the time,
Oh my
especially in my
god.
job. I have to type really fast, and I just constantly just misspell words and have to go back and be like, what on earth did I just type?
Oh, so I have a hilarious story about that actually. So because of my dyslexia, I can spell nothing. It just is what it is. I'm a horrible speller. And so thank God for spell check. And when I was in seminary, I had to write a paper on, and Samuel reads all of my stuff before I send it out. Well, when I'm doing papers and stuff like that. So I, I was supposed to write a paper about permanent pastors and temporary pastors, the difference. And instead, I did a replace all, and I wrote about peppermint pastors and temporary pastors. And he goes, Rebecca, did you mean to write about peppermint pastors? And I was like, no.
It's like a peppermint patty, but with religious
Yes, it's it's an
overtones.
ordained peppermint patty. That's exactly what it is.
Like the Testaments candy. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. I like that. I like that.
Those
So,
are a real thing.
were they really?
Yeah, they used to sell them like in the Christian bookstores. Like back when those were around, I would always get a kick out of them.
That is hilarious. I did
Minced.
not know that.
And I think
That's
you like open them up and like I guess it's like
they have like a
instead
scripture
of
in
like
there or
it's like a
something.
fortune cookie, but they have like Bible verses and stuff.
Oh, that's funny. I
I
mean, it's
think
not a bad idea, but that's cute. It's a cute little
it's
thing. All
clever
right.
marketing.
It's very clever marketing. Very. I'll give
Yeah.
them that. It's nice. I love the Veggie Tales.
Mhm.
But I could see how somebody would get freaked out by a singing tomato. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, back when I was younger, like just everybody
Just
loved
saying.
them, and like my family, we had just a whole row of VeggieTales VHS tapes.
My favorite was the hairbrush song. That was my favorite.
Mhm.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, and
But it is what it is.
I don't know if people are familiar with VeggieTales nowadays, but
I'm sure they
they're
aren't, but
definitely
if
a
you
major
have
part
children, you may
of
be.
my upbringing. For sure.
Well, okay, so my dear, where are you going to be performing?
Um,
What's coming next for you?
yeah, I'm not really doing live shows yet. Right now, just focusing on like the DJing and doing Dead Souls with Natalie, and
Yeah.
yeah, just keeping on having great monthly events at Healer, and just letting that be the sole focus right now while I get the EP done, and just go forward from there. I
And you guys are going to actually be at Starbase Indy as well.
yes, we will.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's
On Saturday.
A week
Yeah.
from Saturday.
A week from Saturday, the weekend after Thanksgiving is Starbase Indy. Everybody go look it up. Go have fun with us. It's a family science fiction convention, and Celtic Rain's going to be there. You guys are going to be there.
Mhm.
Darwin Prophet's going to be there. Some really great stuff is gonna be going on, and I'm very excited to have you guys there. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking
So
forward to it.
yeah, it's gonna be a blast. But yeah, so
A
there is that.
blast, like
A
a
blast.
laser blast.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh, just so much. Yeah, so I encourage everyone to come and see us there the Saturday after Thanksgiving. They will be playing there, but we will be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come for the festival, for the convention, and then definitely check out the Dead Souls Goth Lounge, and come and see them DJing and having a great time. Well, you are gonna actually be doing one more song, so tell me about Tyrant.
That's more of a song just about well, I guess it's a political song, but it doesn't have to be interpreted politically, but it's about fascism and tyranny and how quickly it can creep on us if we aren't vigilant, because you see, like, all the parallels between World War II and those early days, the rise of the Nazis, and some of the things that are happening today in today's world. And
Yeah, it's
parallels are striking. And,
yes,
I think a lot of us, we just can't bring ourselves to realize that it could very well happen. And
absolutely.
I don't think it's going to happen exactly the way it did in Nazi Germany. I think it'll be a little different this time, but the point is the possibility is still there unless we do something and we resist it.
Absolutely. Well, if we do not look at history and learn from it, then we're going to repeat it. We're bound to repeat it. And so there are things in life that just never need to be repeated. Like, ever.
Yeah. I noticed, maybe around every 70 years or so, people tend to forget, things that have happened
Yeah.
70 to 100 years ago, and we're approaching that time where we're in danger of history repeating itself.
Yeah. And so it's time for us to wake up, to look around and to learn, so that we don't have tyrants in our lives, for sure. Well, we did have some comments. Natalie goes, peppermint pastors, that's great. And then I love Dead Souls Lounge. Love Dead Souls at Healer. You do a fantastic job with it. That's wonderful. You guys do. You do an amazing job. You bring in some
Natalie says thank
wonderful
you as
people.
well.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, absolutely. We are going to listen to this beautiful song and dance a little bit more, and then it's the end of the show. It's crazy to think that it went that fast. Oh, Samuel said all our fantasies bound. Oh wait,
All you fascists bound to lose.
bound to lose. That's
Quote
what it.
by Woody Guthrie.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Sometimes my dyslexia goes, and my yay dyslexia.
All your fantasies are
I
bound.
was like, that's not right. That's wrong. I stopped myself. I was like, that's wrong. All your fantasies are bound to lose. Oh, so sad. He's laughing in the other room. I can actually hear him. That's the funny part. Gotta love the people that love us in our lives. That's hilarious. Oh my Jesus, help us all. All right, I'll bring you right back. Here we go. All right, guys. Yes. All of our fantasies are bound to lose. No, they're not. If we don't listen to ourselves and watch all the tyrants in our life. There you go. So we're gonna have Tyrant by Square Hollow. Good Lord. I'm losing my mind here, people. I'm losing my mind. And then we are going to have it's Mask El Intrigue by the Palace of Tears. They're going to be here next week. So tune in next week, because the Palace of Tears is going to be on the show next week, people. Woohoo! Yay! With new stuff. So that's going to be just a blast. Yeah. So and now he says, woohoo and woohoo. That's right. Now you're a woo-woo girl. I'm just saying, we're both woo-woo girls over Palace of Tears. It is what it is. And then we have Third Last by Diffusion. So some really, really great music. And then to end this beautiful show, we have I'm never going to say this right because it's Russian. Polslashia. I'm just going to put it on the screen. Here we go. Paulushia Werther. That's not right. I don't get a cookie today. No cookie for Rebecca. Needless to say, from Monoplan, who is our wonderful friend who we pray for all the time, who lives in Russia and is putting out protest music. And so please pray for Monoplan. Needless to say, a great performer and guy. And yeah, some amazing music. And if you can pronounce that, you're a better person than I am. Or you're Russian. It's one of the two. Like, literally. I'm just gonna put that. It is what it is. Anyways, I should stop talking now because I'm just getting myself in more and more trouble. So here we go, guys. A little bit of Tyrant.
The product of our failures, destined to be fulfilled. The distant cries and echoes never reach their ears. Feel his grip just a little tighter. Now he takes control. Inch by inch, don't be a fighter, or he'll swallow you whole. When does conscience slip to apathy? When does silence speak for the enemy? When does reason give way to lunacy? Paving way for tyrants, we set them free. You thought we learned our lessons, immortalized and in stone. With every generation, we forget just a little more. Now he comes with a righteous anger. Now he takes control. Every day there's no resistance. Lethargy takes hold. When does conscience slip to apathy? When does silence speak for
В тупиках вагонных депо спят поезда. Маслянистой радугой в лужах стынет вода. Навсегда погас электрический свет. Раньше здесь были люди, их больше нет. Возле подъездов давно не горят фонари. Опустели дома, только ветер бродит внутри. Посмотри на этот холодный рассвет. Раньше здесь жили люди, но их больше нет. Послушай ветер, как он поет нам мертвых людей голосами. Так плачут дети, так воют собаки за запертыми дверями. Послушай вьюгу в темных глазницах брошенных многоэтажек. Пусть ветер кружится, он никому про нас не расскажет. Мы танцуем в серой пыли пустых городов. Мы танцуем под музыку ветра на крышах домов. Мы танцуем без слов, нам они не нужны. Раньше здесь были люди, теперь только мы. Послушай ветер, как он поет нам мертвых людей голосами. Так плачут дети, так воют собаки за запертыми дверями. Послушай вьюгу в темных глазницах брошенных многоэтажек. Пусть ветер кружится, он никому про нас не расскажет. Послушай ветер, как он поет нам мертвых людей голосами. Так плачут дети, так воют собаки за запертыми дверями. Послушай вьюгу в темных глазницах брошенных многоэтажек. Пусть ветер кружится, он никому не расскажет. Послушай ветер, как он поет нам мертвых людей голосами. Так плачут дети, так воют
Well, you guys, it has been a great show. An absolutely great show. We had one more comment. It says, "Good night, everyone. Thanks for a great show. Thank you guys for coming and watching. But it has been an amazing night. Thank you for coming and being a part of the show."
Yeah, it was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's a blast. I would guys go and check out the Bandcamp page, www.bandcamp.com/Square Hollow. That and this one was not edited. Let me edit that one right now. That's Bandcamp Square Hollow. And that is hello, Rebecca. SQUAREHOLLOW. That's right. I can read letters. Thank you. Needless to say, it's been wonderful. It's been great getting to know you and letting people get to know you and your music. Again, when your new stuff comes out, send it on over. We'll play it. We will. It'll be a blast.
Right now it'll probably be just a few weeks away, maybe by the end of the year.
Nice.
We'll see what happens.
Cross everything, right? I know.
No
This kind of
promises.
this the season where all the bands are recording their own music, so it's a wonderful time because
Yes.
we get the cold weather to stop us from going and performing, so that we can actually record music.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Well, you guys, thank you for coming. If you have music to send me, please send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. All you have to do is be a small label or independent artist. And please, family friendly, meaning no cursing. Please don't make fun of people. It's not worth it. Thank you very much. If you are not watching from YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/C for channel/Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky, and you'll be able to subscribe and hit that little bell. It tells you, it's like magic. It tells you when to come on. It's amazing. You are watching the Celtic Rain Radio Show. We say thank you, good night, goodbye. We love you. Bye. Bye.